Politicians probed over 360 million rand Matlala tender. Des van Rooyen, the weekend special whip, fired by Zuma faster than you can say finance minister. And Miss Universe Thailand director calls contestant dumbhead, sparking mass walkout. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton from a thundery and very wet Gauteng.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent.
Suspended Ekurhuleni Metro Police Chief Isaac Mapiyeye has told the Madlanga inquiry about a dodgy deal linking the EMPD to companies owned by accused tender boss Vusimuzi Kat Matlala. He claims acting head Julius Mkhwanazi forged and signed 2 fake MOUs with Matlala's firms, Medicare Emergency Services and CAT VIP protection, without approval.
If Brigadier Mkhwanazi signed it, he was going to take it to the Deputy Chief of Police, Mese Mzolo, and then Mese Mzolo was then going to come to me and explain to me, then I sign or not support.
Mkhwanazi has been on special leave since being implicated at the inquiry. And head of the MPA's investigating directorate, Andrea Johnson, has confirmed that politicians are under investigation over 360 million rand police tender awarded to one of Matlala's companies. She declined to name them, citing the ongoing probe. Johnson told Parliament's ad hoc committee that this cancelled medical services tender is the only case involving the murder-accused businessman that IDAC is handling. She's testifying today on corruption cases and the work of the Political Killings Task Team.
Andrea Johnson testified that the IDAC is investigating several police supply chain management officials linked to Vusimuzi Kat Matlala's 360 million rand healthcare contract with the police. The contract was cancelled in December last year. Johnson says they've also downloaded data from Matlala's 2 cell phones that were seized by the Political Killings Task Team.
Sentenced but not going to jail anytime soon. Former Bosasa COO Angelo Agrizzi has been sentenced to 10 years in prison, suspended for 5 years. He entered into a plea agreement with the state due to his poor health. Agrizzi faced charges of corruption and money laundering over Bosasa's tainted government contracts. His case has been finalised in the Pretoria High Court.
And investigations thereof can be able to source information from him as the key person who was operating in Bosasa at the time all of these crimes were committed. Therefore, we saw it wise that we reached such an agreement.
The former bodyguards of Deputy President Paul Mashatile have failed in their bid to have key assault charges dropped. 8 VIP Protection Unit officers appeared in the Randburg Magistrates Court over the N1 highway assault caught on video July 2023. Their Section 174 application was dismissed, meaning charges of assault and malicious damage to property stand. 2 drivers still face negligent driving charges and 4 officers remain accused of pointing firearms. They were cleared of defeating the ends of justice.
The video evidence submitted as evidence corroborates the state's version that the accused had acted in common purpose, as it was observed during his tense testimony that when he was showed the video, that the victims were assaulted by 6 males when he was shown the video. The accused admitted that they were present. The court is satisfied that all 8 accused had acted in common purpose in the assault.
The Mkhonto Wesizwe party says President Jacob Zuma's decision to fire Des van Rooyen less than a day after appointing him as parliamentary chief whip was painful but necessary. Van Rooyen was named to the post on Tuesday evening, replacing Colleen Makubele. But by Wednesday night, Zuma's office had issued a statement overturning that appointment.
The head of presidency, Makasela Mzobe, says this was a painful decision for the former president, who still has a lot of respect for Des van Rooyen. As part of the fallout, the MK party has also suspended its deputy president and parliamentary leader, John Hlophe. The party says John Hlophe showed ill discipline when he fired Colleen Makubele as the parliamentary chief whip and replaced her with Des van Rooyen. The party says Hlophe will be undergoing a disciplinary process. Thabiso Goba, Eyewitness News.
The presidency has warned it's illegal for South Africans to take part in foreign military operations after 17 men were left stranded in Ukraine. They claim they were duped with promises of high-paying security jobs. Under South Africa's Foreign Military Assistance Act, taking part in mercenary activity can lead to jail time or heavy fines.
The President and the South African government strongly condemn the exploitation of young, vulnerable people by individuals working with foreign military entities.
Operation Dudula says it plans to resume checking patients' nationalities at public hospitals. That's despite a court order banning the practice. The Gauteng High Court recently ruled the group has no legal authority to demand IDs before people receive healthcare.
Our way forward too is that we're going to continue with our operations. That's the reason why we're going to appeal, because when we appeal, it's going to set aside the judgment and we continue until the next set down. Because I don't think South Africans are ready for this, and if they are ready for this, they must tell us. But if they're not, then they must definitely join the struggle, because the hype out there is that people are tired of the illegality from foreigners.
There's been a spike in Guy Fawkes chaos in Cape Town this year. Police responded to mobs in Lavender Hill, Parkwood and Bishop Lavis. In Valhalla Park, officers fired rubber rounds after being attacked, while children in Macassar stoned a fire truck. Reported fireworks offences more than doubled, 156 for illegal use and 21 for illegal sales. Typhoon Kalmagi has killed at least 142 people and left more than 127 missing after catastrophic flooding in the central Philippines. It's the world's deadliest storm of 2025 so far. Cebu province was hardest hit, with floodwaters sweeping away homes, cars and shipping containers. More than 500,000 people remain displaced. In Lioan, near Cebu City, 35 bodies have been recovered as residents dig through mud and wreckage.
Pagbalik ko dito, lahat ng bahay dito, inabutan na ng tubig. Lahat. Wala nang natira dito. Ang tubig napakalaki na. Parang dagat ng tubig. Lahat ng bahay naanod na.
And a major controversy has hit the Miss Universe pageant after Thailand's national director insulted contestant Fatima Bosch during a live event. In front of dozens of contestants, Nawat Agrizzi berated Bosch for failing to post promotional content, then called her a, quote, dumbhead. When she objected, Nawat called security and threatened to disqualify anyone who sided with her. Several contestants walked out in solidarity, and video of the confrontation quickly went viral. The Miss Universe organisation has condemned his behaviour as malicious. Nawat has since apologised, claiming his words were misunderstood.
I'm so sorry.
That's it from us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.